Hello guys, it's me, the Blue Dragon, and I'm going to explain on how God and on how the explanation of science of God and the multiverse, or should I say, the simulation hypothesis, is fake. As for me explaining this video, I am not responsible for your anger or your sadness or anything, or I'm not responsible for your bullcrap. Anyway, many people think that we live in a so-called simulation or a computer simulation, and if you're gonna look up, are we living in a simulation on Google or Safari or whatever, it says it's hard to say, as the odds are pretty much 50-50 that we are or aren't living in a simulation. Well, it's not hard at all. It's really actually pretty easy. In fact, it's actually pretty easy to understand as to what the truth is. And so, first of all, in the Matrix, as many of you have seen, every single one of it's like the entire thing is completely run by AI and humans are in these pods. Well, the thing is that the Matrix movies are, well, fake. They're not real. They're just all actors. It's not like, oh, real life or anything. No, it's fake. It's a movie. What do you expect? Another thing is that you get 50% of genes from your mom and dad. So the thing about the Matrix movie that it fails to explain is that how do you get 50% of genes from your mom and dad? Where do you get that? It could be anyone, but it doesn't go as to explain how it works like that. Also, in the movie Matrix, is that it seems that the aliens are living on a non-expansion or non-changing universe. But unfortunately, in nature, things change all the time. So how is it that the aliens can't just be living on a endless supply of energy, when in reality things change all the time? You can't just be like, oh yeah, we're living in a simulation, because the thing is, that's very ironic, is that if we are living in a simulation, who created that simulation and why? And then so on, so on, and so on. For we humans, video games, for example, are simulations. They're not real. However, we humans are the so-called gods, as you put them, are the creators of video games. We are the gods of video games. However, as you go deeper, we are created from our parents, 50% from our dad, 50% from our mom, and so those genes have to be created, and then those genes have to be created, and then those genes have to be created from our grandparents to our great grandparents to our great 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 grandparents, and so on. So the irony about that is that if God is real, then who created God? You can't just say God, because it doesn't make any sense. And so the thing is that if we are, and so we are not living in a computer simulation. However, the thing I will say is that based on the real hypothesis of everything, or the HO, which I will explain next video, everything in the universe has a code, not of a computer code, but rather more of a natural code, which means it's not caused by human interference. The real code of the universe, which I will explain next video, has to do with chemistry. And so everything in your house, even the universe, or even you, are made of atoms. Atoms are basically what holds us together. From the bones in our from the element calcium that makes up our bones, to the element oxygen, which helps our blood. And so the thing is that for us, we are made of atoms. And so the thing is that why would a God need to exist? In fact, you say God exists, where's your proof? In fact, why if you're gonna look up some straight up images of God, it's obviously an old white dude. In fact, if you can see for yourself, the moment you type in Jesus, you see white dude, white dude, white dude, white dude, white dude, white dude, white dude. So the question is, why does he have to be white? Black people exist, so why isn't there a black one? Or what about gay people? Gay people exist, or what about that, huh? Why does it always have to be a white ass dude? Doesn't make any sense, does it? Another flaw is that where were humans during 4.8 billion years ago? You think that humans created the earth? No. Humans were created from evolution time to time. And then so those animals were created. And so the thing is that what created the universe was the natural laws of nature itself. Not just because of some, human this or human that. Even so, it doesn't matter if we are repeating our lives or not, because if we never exist again, who cares? And if we do exist again, you think that we are the first people, or you think that we haven't thought about this already, like time travel, or trying to make planets or play God, as they call it? If Hitler won World War II, or if North Korea launched other missiles, you think that things would have really changed? No, because if they did, they would have already figured this out by now. But apparently, they're not. And so the thing is, or the thing that's very ironic as to why God or should I say the simulation is fake, is for what about if God is so powerful and all well-being, as they call it, then where was your God during the Holocaust? People believed in God, but guess what? They got gassed. Congratulations, you played yourself. Or what about 9/11? If God is so powerful, he could have stopped the airplanes. Oh wait, nothing happened. Instead, innocents died. And what about now? The war in Israel. Or where's your God now? All the missiles, all the executions. Where's your God now? I don't see him. Oh wait, guess what? There is no such thing as God. Because if there did, he would have already did something. But guess what? He does not. In fact, another thing, why does he have to be a he at all? What about a female? What about a black person? What about someone who's transgender? Or what about Poison Ivy? Poison Ivy doesn't give a flying F. Or what about a T-Rex? There are many species of animal, plant, fungi, whatever, who don't give a flying F about human bullcrap. And so the thing is that why would God need to exist if it's just a regular human dude? What about a plant? What about a fungi? You can't just say, oh, God created everything. Nuh-uh, doesn't work like that, pal. The real truth is that nature created everything. And if you can't accept that, you have yourself to blame. Because if God was real, he would have already killed us by now. Oh look, nothing happened. I can take the Bible, burn it, nothing will happen. I can take the crucifix of Jesus, print it out, rip it, nothing will happen. It's the same old story. And so, if you can't accept this truth, well, you have yourself to blame. I'm not responsible for your depression or whatever. You are the one who's watching this video, and if you can't take that criticism, that's on you, because the universe don't give a flying F, especially knowing that no matter what war, no matter how many people die, no matter how many people are mistreated, at the end of the day, everyone's going to die eventually. Everything we build, no matter what, is going to be turned to ash anyway. So really, it doesn't matter. And to add into injury, war, mass shootings, and child molesters will continue to happen. It's only a matter of time of when they will happen and when they will strike. And guess what? Does God intervene? Of course, no. If he was so powerful, he would have done something. But apparently, that's not going to happen. And so there's a quote from a movie from Lex that goes, "If God is all powerful, it's like you can it's like if God is powerful, then he is not all that kind. If God is not powerful, then he is kind." And unfortunately, apparently, nature is powerful and nature don't give a flying F. Tornadoes, natural disasters, tsunamis, earthquakes, all of that is natural. And guess what? Does God care who lives and dies? No. Apparently, it doesn't. And so, if you can't accept this fact, well then, you have yourself to blame. And to add insult to injury, fuck you, God. And guess what? Nothing happened. By the time you're watching this video, I had to record it for hours by now. And apparently, get mad, get pissed all you want, you can't change anything of the universe. The only thing you can change is yourself. And it's not been minutes, it's been hours, and so you are too late. Hours too late. Because if God was real, he would have struck me down by the time I'm recording this. But since that is not the case, because by the time you're watching this video, it's already uploaded onto YouTube, which takes hours. And so, apparently, what makes you think God exists? If he was real, he would have done something by now. Not in an hour, not in 2 hours, not in a day, not in a week, now. But guess what? Nothing happened. Because the animals, fungi, bacteria, parasites don't give a flying F. And the universe, people will die, people will continue to die, and basically, there's nothing you can do. So really, where's your God now? Do you really think that we're living in some useless simulation? No. But however, I will say, when we sleep, our imagination or dreams have no limit. Our dreams could almost be real as if we were actually there. However, dreams are meant to be a simulation. They're not physically exist. They don't physically exist. You just drop into a world without your consent that has no rules, you don't understand it, and whatever. But in real life, it's a whole complicated process. It's not like you just jump, it's not like you can just pop in and pop out. That doesn't work like that. But in dreams, you can. And that's what the simulation is. So, to wrap it all up, we are not living in some lame simulation. And there is no God. Whether you like it or not, you have your own choice. Whether you still believe in God, that's okay. I don't believe in anything, but it's cool nonetheless to think about things that would possibly exist, like demons or dragons or who knows what else. However, there's no issue in believing in God. If you still believe in God, good for you. If you still believe in Hitler or whatever, good for you. I frankly do not care. However, the only issue I do have is if you take your so-called religion too far. If it you can believe in whatever you want, and that's okay. However, if it involves by hurting others mentally or physically, that's the problem. So, I would not condemn the hatred of any religion, but the only issue I do have is if you take your religion too far. And so I hope that if you're still watching this video, or if you made it this far, props to you. But whether you like it or dislike it, I do not care. That is your opinion. And so, with that, I hope you have a good life, and may nature have mercy on your soul. Next topic, I will talk about the hoe, or the hypothesis of everything.